the side. Come on, gotta lean with it. Come on, lean with it. All right, cool.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to R&B Reviews, and welcome to this edition of Ask the Critics. I am Rob.
I am Justin.
And I borrowed him from Dust Productions. So, Justin, thank you for being here. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that are just tuning in, Ask the Critics is a segment that I started with my channel co-founder Brendan way back when, and every once in a while I like to bring it out. And I decided it's time to bring the segment back out. And what it is we ask you, viewers and subscribers, to give us questions, and we answer them for you. I feel like it's a good way to reach out to our viewers, and for those of you to perhaps get to know us a little bit better about our tastes or opinions on such things. So we're planning it. We want to do this throughout the month of June, so if you haven't submitted a question yet, please go ahead and do so. And I want to thank those of you that did submit questions, and hopefully we give you a good response to them. I got them right here for you. All right, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, so our first question, this one discusses your favorite movie. Justin, tell us about your favorite movie.
I hate the reboots, and this one, if I could unwatch any movie, it would be Ghostbusters reboot. Compare the original to the new one. Look at the effects from the original, which look more real than the modern.
Slightly hokey.
Yeah, it's just god awful. You would think after all these years that it would have got even better with the, all the whatever special effects and stuff. But it's horrible. They changed the storyline too much. I hated that idiot, their secretary.
Oh, Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah, it was awful. So awful. And they butchered Ecto-1. Like, Ecto-1 was supposed to look all cool with all kinds of technology on it.
Well, what was wrong with how they did it with this movie?
It was just a hearse, just a regular hearse. They didn't do anything special to except paint it.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't exactly hate this movie. I gave my original review a rented on DVD rating. My take, I don't think it's quite as bad as a lot of diehards fans think it is. Personally, I think the movie gets off to a good start when they go visit the haunted house, but after that it turns into a bloated, meandering type of movie. Like, for example, and what I'm about to say may contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, just to warn you, Bill Murray makes a cameo appearance as a paranormal debunker. Now, he's in the movie for 5 minutes, and his scenes don't add up with what's going on in the movie. It's like he's there for 5 minutes, and then he's gone. Now, since he's the debunker, what if he showed up every couple of scenes whenever the Ghostbusters are on a case, and he shows up just to see whether what they're doing is real or not? Maybe that would have added to it. But my reaction to that was, he keeps saying no to Ghostbusters 3 all these years, and now they do this movie, and he agrees to do it, and this is it. I mean, the movie, there's stuff that's, funny and entertaining, but I feel like they tried to put too much in there. Maybe if they cut it maybe by 15, maybe 20 minutes, tightened it a little bit more, I think it would have been a better movie. But it's like, you get off to a good start. We introduce most of the characters, and then after that it goes this way, then that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. And it just, it feels like, it doesn't know what it wants to do. And I could tell there's scenes that were improvised that don't work. Some work very well, some of them don't, and you're wondering why they're even there. So it's not a bad movie, but it is not as good as the original Ghostbusters movie.
I think that I could have wrote a better script if I was drunk and on a bunch of freaking pills.
Well, we'll see. Well, I know they were hoping to make a sequel, and I don't think that's happening now.
No,
so,
thank God.
Yeah. Up until recently, I hadn't seen any Lethal Weapon movies. I had heard of them. So instead of when we got to this video, instead of saying, sorry, Lizzie, I haven't seen any of them, next question, I decided to go out and I've seen the first movie. I haven't seen the others. But based on what I saw with the first film, I kind of liked that the film I could definitely see where the buddy cop, genre has come from, where you got in the ground that it laid. Like, for example, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover's characters, I liked how they showed the characters' differences. Danny Glover's character is a family man. He dresses well, and he tends to do things by the book, while Mel Gibson's character is a little bit more sloppy. He's on his own. He's on the edge. And I really liked the score. I liked that it was a combination of sort of like jazz film noir that you heard like in the 50s and some blues. There's some good acting and one-liners. Some of the villains' dialogue sounded goofy to me, and it did take me a while to kind of get into the movie, but I think and it took me a while. I didn't see the chemistry between the two leads at first, but again, as the movie went on, I kind of saw it, and I kind of liked the movie more. So it's a good movie. I don't know whether I'm going to invest my time into watching the rest of them, but based on what I saw, this movie was entertaining, and there was moments of suspense and thrills.
So you're saying you would recommend other people to watch it?
The first movie, yes. Like I said, I haven't seen the other films yet.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I'll watch it if he recommends it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, the Hero Parking channel, Justin, your thoughts on his channel?
Actually, I think they're doing a good job with their movies or videos. On their movie reviews, they're doing trailer reactions, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. I've seen Corey do different types of videos, and I think this one so far is like the best format. And he has somebody now that he's working with. I'm not sure. I don't know all your guys' names yet. I'm still, but he's got like a tech guy that's into like kind of the design stuff that I'm doing, designing banners and intros and this and that and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're getting a lot better at their videos. So I recommend you go see Hero Parking, the YouTube channel. I'll tell you what, Rob Hero put the link to their channel in the description of the video.
Or I'll try and see if I can get it on the screen too.
Yeah.
Either way. I've seen a few of the videos, and based on what I've seen, it definitely looks like it's an interesting channel. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy review, Volume 2 review they did. So I definitely think it's interesting. If you're interested in movies, comic books, that's a channel to check out. Now let's get into some debate territory about DC versus Marvel. Again, let's start with you.
I love Marvel. I hate DC. I hate DC. I don't like, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but it's okay. I hate Batman. I hate Superman. I don't like any of the DC characters.
So you're not going to come with me to see Wonder Woman this weekend?
No.
Okay, well, I don't hate Marvel or DC. There's stuff about both that I like personally. Now, as to comparing them to the comics, I'm sorry, I don't think I've seen enough comics to make a comparison. The only Batman comics I've read the most of are the ones from the 60s that kind of inspired the TV show. But honestly, Marvel, I think the movies themselves are good popcorn flicks. They're great action fun. Now they're kind of getting a little bit more serious than what they were earlier.
Because of the Infinity Wars coming up.
Yeah. DC, there's stuff about the 1989 to 1998 Batman series I liked. I liked the first Batman movie. That one's the best with Michael Keaton. I used to like the second one, but to me, as I've gotten older, that one doesn't hold up for me quite as well.
Well, the original Batman movies are a little different. I like the original Batman movies. I don't like the Dark Knight and all that stuff they redid.
I think the Dark Knight trilogy is probably my favorite interpretation of Batman, other than the animated series. The animated series I thought was terrific, and the animated movies, most of the animated movies that went with it, I thought were very good. Mask of Phantasm, for example. This new
Marvel's better. Oh, sorry.
Now, as for this current series, I'm very hot and cold on it. Like Man of Steel, there was stuff I liked about it, but there was stuff that I didn't like. Like, for example, Zack Snyder had that damn camera moving like documentary style, and it just got me sick after a while. The Batman vs. Superman, I think, had good ideas, but there was stuff that let me down. And same thing with Suicide Squad. There was stuff that I liked, but I felt like it could have been even better. I felt the problem with those two movies is they're trying to throw so much in there to get the series started. Now, I haven't read any reviews for Wonder Woman yet, but I've heard it's getting good reviews compared to some of the other films, so hopefully things pick up. I told people that I would give Wonder Woman and Justice League a shot, and if I felt like the series wasn't worth my time, I wasn't going to check out the movies that would come afterwards, like Aquaman and what have you. So
I'll give Justice League a shot. I'll go see that just to see it, but I don't see myself seeing any independent, like Wonder Woman or any other Superman movies or anything.
Yeah, so I mean, there's stuff from both series that I admire, and they're different. So, but like I said, I think this current one I'm a little bit hot and cold on. So let's see if it gets better, because Ben Affleck signed on to be executive producer of Justice League, and I think that he did some touch-up work on Dawn of Justice, and I think that will help him. I think that helped for me make it a better movie-going experience. So yeah. And our last question comes from our buddy Dan Janik, and for those of you that don't know, he was in our review of Power Rangers a couple months ago, and he also did Noises Off. He did a review of the DVD review of Noises Off, which is a comedy. If you want to check those out.
Try Not to Laugh challenge with me too.
Yeah. He's been on both of our channels. So he already asked why we thought the Ghostbusters movies suck, and we already answered that. Okay, so the other two questions are Rob, he asked me, what do you think about the King Arthur movie, which is the one Guy Ritchie did that came out a month ago? And then he says, Justin and Rob, what do you think about the preview of Transformers movie coming out? All right, so here, now, I'll answer his King Arthur question first. About a month ago, he wanted to see King Arthur, and we had this deal where every movie we want to see, the other one goes with. Like a while ago, I watched I wanted to see the movie Silence that came out in January, and he said, okay, I'll come with, and the deal swap was I'd go see one of his movies, and he wanted to see King Arthur, which is the movie that Guy Ritchie directed that came out last month, and it didn't do very well at the box office. What do I think of it? That movie I thought was okay. I mean, I like that it tried to do something different with a story that's been told countless times in theater and books and in movies about, King Arthur and his rise to pulling the sword from the stone and Camelot and all that other good stuff. It kind of combines like Guy Ritchie's trademark British gangster style of movies like Rock and Roll and Lock, Stock, Smoking Barrel and stuff like that. And with the Arthur legend, it was interesting, and there was stuff that I thought was funny and that I liked. But I honestly thought the movie, there was times where I'd be watching something, I'm like, what the hell's that? Where's that coming from? Or, wait, who the hell is this character? Why should I care about what this guy's doing and all this other stuff? So it was okay. I didn't think it was boring. I would say it's a rental. All right, Justin, now what about this preview of the Transformer movie?
Well, I did a reaction video to that. I like the first two movies because the original, like the human characters, I liked them. Once they replaced them, like the movie didn't have like the same feel like the other movie, And I don't know. I know that Optimus Prime is supposed to die, according to like the cartoon and like the comic books and stuff. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna kill him off or something like that. So I mean, I'm gonna go see it. I just, I don't know. I'm not like super hyped to see it.
Okay. I'll keep my answer brief. I have no interest in the Transformers series whatsoever. The trailer, okay, it entertained me for 2 minutes, but I have no plans to seeing it, and I don't care. All right, so that's our first Ask the Critics video. Thank you guys very much, and I want to do some quick shout-outs. I want to give a shout-out to Amy McLean, Tevye Smolka, Epic Radio, Rewind Remix, Charles O'Donnell, Movie Man Chad, Classic Movie Reviews, That Movie Nerd Kevin, and Steve Pulaski and KP Cinema, and everybody that watches our videos or subscribers, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we want to do another Ask the Critics video, so go ahead, post some questions, and we'd like to do another one. We'll try and get one up by next week. So
yep, put your questions in the comments of this video.
Definitely. Any quick shout-outs?
No, just thank you for watching. Thank you to all of his subscribers and all my subscribers, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.